So I can tell you what exercise to do, of course, that always is a hit. What my breakfast was this morning, or what book I'm reading, a meditation technique, something to that effect. My mom and cousin Steven are here visiting me in Paris, and I just shared something with my mom that I think can hold massive value for you. And that is, my mom just started journaling. It's something that I have been doing for a long time. I encourage all my clients to do, because what it does is it builds in this attitude of gratitude. It builds in an opportunity to reflect on your life, and I just love it. I'm all about it. And I do it every single night. And my mom journaled really for one of the first times. You know, she's in Paris, great setting. She's like, I'm gonna take the time to journal. And she shared with me what she journaled on. And then I shared back with her kind of what I journaled on. And what I realized is, over 20 years of journaling, what I journal on is very specific. And what I used to journal on was, it was sunny out today, it was a good day, and my family's in town. And now what I journal on is, well, it was pouring yesterday, and when I went outside to see if my family was here, they were waiting underneath the overhang as it was pouring for 30 minutes because they didn't have Wi-Fi and they couldn't contact me, and they weren't sure which door was mine. And I simply said, Mom, is that you? After she traveled 18 hours to get here. And she's like, yeah, while it's pouring. And I'm laughing because that's a moment in time that I could forget. And I won't forget because I have this journal. Or the fact that my mom, myself, and Steven went in on this incredible cheese plate with one goat cheese and 2 cheeses from the cow, which was really hard to interpret with the French accent, but we finally got it. Google Translator, thank you very much. And from this, oh, by the way, what's playing in the background? That's my friend Kelly. That's his band, OK Mayday, and the song is called Colorful Change, and it'll be coming out, and it's unbelievable. Kelly, love your music, and you're really gonna lift the heads of many people, encourage, motivate. I can't wait for this album to go triple platinum. Let's go back to the story. So not only do we eat cheese in Paris, but we also drank champagne. And that's something that Mom and I don't do. I think we get caught up in kind of just having good conversation, which is the most important thing. And we're in Paris. We've never been in Paris together. And I said, let's pop a bottle of champagne. And we had some fantastic champagne, and we're in Paris. So this is the thing to do, right? And it was just overall an amazing time. And I guess what I wanted to share was, when you journal, if you have a 5-year journal, which I highly recommend as well, because a 5-year journal you can reflect on much easier rather than going to dig that journal up in your drawer from a year ago, because nobody's going to do that. So if you look at a 5-year journal, it has 5 lines, and you have to, and it also gets you to summarize a little bit shorter, and you can summarize what you did in that day, and you just look at the line above. And oftentimes throughout this year, I've looked at that, and if it was just said sunny day, family was here, well, that would have been a moment. But because it said about the rain, the specific, or it had something about the cheese and the champagne, I know next year, a year from today, I'm gonna say, hey Mom, a year from today, we had champagne in Paris. And a year from today, we had so much cheese that we were full, cheese and bread, might I add, baguette that was bigger than, taller than me. And we'll laugh and have a good time. We'll have that memory. And rather than just a thought, but we'll have a true memory, and we'll have details in that memory. So when you journal, remember that those details in the journaling is what triggers something. So when you pull out your journal today or tomorrow, think of what was one thing that I could journal on that happened today that would create a story, so that a year from now, I tell that person, or I tell myself, the more specific I've gotten in my journaling, the more reflective I've gotten. The more reflective I've gotten, I feel the more grateful I've become on a daily basis. And I'm just thankful for the ability to spend 20 years now of journaling, dating back to my sophomore high school history teacher that said, you're not going to remember anything that I'm going to teach you this year. But if you continue the art of journaling throughout your life, then this class will be worth it. And I want to say thank you to you. And I hope that you, if you're watching this, and if you're still watching this 5 minutes later, because there's hopefully some value in this for you, thank you for continuing watching. And I hope that you're going to pull out this journal right after being finished and journal something, journal specific. I focus on BID, the beauty in the day, and I try to think of what's the beauty in my day. And what it does is it starts to attract more beauty in the day, and if there is beauty in the day, I don't miss it because I'm looking for it, because I know I'm going to journal on it later. And what it definitely does is it takes life and it puts it into a story format for me so that I remember it consistently. And I wake up being grateful, I go to bed being grateful. And sure, there's challenging things that come throughout the day, of course, and life is filled with different obstacles, and but at the same time, how to respond to those obstacles. And do we play defense all day, or do we play offense? And I like to be on the offensive and play offense throughout the day, because offense is always more fun. All right, well, I hope you get some value from this, and any questions, post them, leave them, or shoot me out an email. I look forward to keeping this journaling conversation going, because I truly feel when you journal your journey, you get more joy out of this life that we get.